I remember the first day I stepped into the Thompson household. The sun streamed through the large windows, illuminating the spacious living room filled with elegant furniture and family photos. As a Muslim nanny, I was there to care for their two young children. But it wasn't the kids who caught my attention, it was their father, Thompson. He was a tall man with broad shoulders and a warm smile that made my heart race. I felt a flutter in my stomach whenever he walked into the room. I knew I shouldn't feel this way. I was a devoted Muslim, and he was a married man. Yet, something about him drew me in. One afternoon, while I was cleaning up after lunch, I accidentally spilled juice all over the table. Embarrassed, I rushed to grab a towel, but Thompson was already there, laughing as he helped me clean up. Our hands brushed against each other, and in that moment, I felt an electric connection. As I looked into his eyes, I could see a spark of interest reflecting back. It was innocent, yet it felt so wrong. I shook my head, trying to dismiss the thoughts racing through my mind. I had a job to do, and I needed to focus on the children. But as the days turned into weeks, my feelings for him only grew stronger. I found myself stealing glances at him, admiring his strong build and the way he carried himself with confidence. I could feel the tension building between us, a silent agreement that something was there, lurking beneath the surface. If you find yourself captivated by this tale, don't forget to like and subscribe for more creeping stories. It started innocently enough. A few stolen moments when Thompson was at for errands. At first, we just talked, sharing stories and laughter. But soon, the playful banter turned into something more. One evening, as we sat on the porch, the earthquake with anticipation, he leaned in closer, and I could feel his breath on my skin. Before I knew it, we were kissing, and all my reservations melted away. In his arms, I felt alive. We began to meet whenever we could, hiding far from the world. The thrill of sneaking around made every encounter more exciting. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help myself. Thompson was everything I had ever wanted in a man, strong, confident, and attentive. Each time we were together, I felt a mix of happiness and guilt. I was betraying his wife, yet I couldn't bring myself to end it. Our secret meetings became the highlight of my days. Each stolen moment was filled with desire, but I also felt the weight of my actions. I was walking a tightrope, and one misstep could lead to disaster. As our affair continued, I found myself tangled in a web of lies. I had to be careful, making sure to cover my tracks and keep my work and personal life separate. But Thompson was perceptive. She began to notice the small changes in me, the way I smiled more, the lingering scent of cologne on my clothes. One afternoon, while I was putting the kids down for a nap, I heard her voice in the hallway. I held my breath, hoping she wouldn't come in. My heart raced as I realized how close I was to being discovered. Days turned into weeks, and the tension in the household grew. I could feel the eyes of Thompson on me, probing and searching for answers. I was filled with dread, knowing that it was only a matter of time before she uncovered the truth. Then, one fateful evening, the unthinkable happened. I was in the living room with Amina, Thompson, lost in our own world, when Amina, Thompson walked in unexpectedly. Time froze as our eyes met, shock and betrayal filling the air. The confrontation was explosive. Amina, Thompson's fury was palpable as she demanded to know what was going on. I stood there, froze, feeling the weight of my guilt crash down on me like a wave. "Why, Amina," she shouted, tears streaming down her face. "How could you do this to me?" Amina, Thompson tried to intervene, but the damage was done. The truth was out, and there was no escaping the consequences of our actions. I felt a mix of anger and sadness, knowing I had hurt someone who had trusted me. The argument reached a boiling point, with accusations flying back and forth. I tried to explain my feelings, but words failed me. The emotional turmoil was overwhelming. I had to face the reality of my choices, and it felt like what I couldn't bear. In that moment, I realized that I had to make a choice. I could no longer hide behind my feelings for Amina, Thompson. The effort had turned, but the pain it caused would linger long after. In the days following the confrontation, I faced the fallout head-on. The Thompson household was shattered, and I was left to pick up the pieces of my life. I knew I had to leave my job. There was no way to continue after what had happened. As I packed my things, I reflected on my choices. I had let temptation guide me, and now I was left with regret. I had to find a way to move forward, to seek redemption for my actions. In the end, I learned a valuable lesson about love, betrayal, and the consequences of our choices. I sought solace in my faith, hoping to find a new path that would lead me away from the darkness. As I walked away from the Thompson home, I felt a sense of closure. I knew I had to let go of the past and embrace the future with an open heart. And so, my journey continues, a reminder of the delicate balance between desire and morality. Thank you for joining me on this emotional journey. If you enjoyed this story, remember to like and subscribe for more engaging and dramatic tales.